touching news.
Maybe it's not that type of touching.
Twin brothers filmed the emotional moment they came out to their father.
Both of them
Oh,
are
I heard about this, dude. I saw I didn't see it per se, but I saw a video clip of the twins' faces. They look like fucking like diesel models.
Wait, I don't understand.
Like twin brothers came out?
I don't know.
What do you mean by twin brothers came out, father?
Came out of the closet?
The closet.
came out of the closet.
Oh, okay.
Twins came out of the closet.
No, because what I heard was twin brothers came out, so I thought they came out of the vagina, and then I was like, how are they gonna shoot a video if they're babies?
Oh, okay. That's not...
Yeah, so
Context.
But this makes sense.
the twins came out to their entire family except for their dad. And so they came out as gay to their father over the phone before actually posting this video on YouTube. So we're just gonna play.
So both of them are gay.
They look like models, dude. Wow. I feel sorry for women out there. They're missing out. They look like little Abercrombie diesel models.
Oh yeah.
Right?
They're good looking.
They're freaking good looking as shit.
They don't look twins.
This one looked crazy looking.
Maybe they're not identical.
True.
Well, basically we wanted to call you because there's gonna be
He just had the phone up. You tell him.
Are you still there?
Yeah. I can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry.
Are they laughing?
No, they're crying.
Oh. Why?
It's hard.
Basically there's gonna be some stuff coming out on YouTube soon, and we just wanted to like call and talk to you about it before. Well,
Hurry the fuck up. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't really know how else to put it, but like, I'm gay, and Austin is too, and we just wanted to like call and tell you. Because I just didn't want you to find out through YouTube and stuff, and I just wanted to be able to have that conversation because I feel like we're close enough, and I finally feel like I'm at that point now to be able to tell you, and I just want to be able to have you like behind us 100%. Like I just don't want you to like not love us anymore or anything like that.
Stop it. Would you just stop?
They can't stop being gay.
I don't think that's the reason.
I don't think that's what he said.
Yeah.
I think Joe knows.
Joe completely misinterpreted.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I know.
You're on the line of the generation,
Yeah.
you know? I just don't really know what to say. You know, like,
Right.
you know, I love you both. You know, that'll never change.
Yeah. Right.
You gotta work your life. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Right.
Being on the job I've been on for many, many years is kind of getting more accepting
Yeah.
that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it just like it doesn't change who we are as a people either. Like I'm the exact same person, you know. Like I just don't want to be able to not feel like I can't call you and talk to you or anything like that. Like I just don't want you to, you know what I mean? Like I still want everything to kind of just be normal. It's just like something that's just
What do you mean?
yeah. Like I just right. I just yeah. I don't want it to ever change our relationship. Like I just want to be able to still have that relationship that we had.
I can't undo being there. I can't undo.
I'm curious what his dad does, because he specifically said, on the job, I've become more accepting.
Maybe because of the people he worked with. just surrounding yourself with, you know, very next level thinkers or supportive people or whatever it is.
What's crazy to me is I didn't know how hard it is to come out, because I guess because I feel like I'm so accepting, where if my son came out to me like, hey dad, like I want to let you know that I'm gay, I'd be like, that's cool, what do you want to eat for dinner? You know, like that's,
I think that's what the dad meant by you grew up in a different generation.
yeah, so I feel like that's how I would be, but obviously, like, it seems like they're close with their dad, but even as close as they are to reveal that part, it's still very, very hard. So I could only imagine, like, I don't know how old they are, but I'm assuming they lived like the first 19, 20 years of their life feeling they couldn't be completely truthful to their dad, and it must tear them apart. And I didn't know that coming out was such a huge and long process.
Can you imagine if they were raised in an Asian family? Oh my god, it's like, I'm gay.
I mean, the dope thing about these two is that through this whole like battle of like self-realization and like having to like mask and hide behind like who they really are, they had each other through the whole experience.
Yeah.
That's what's cool, yeah.
Where a lot of people, they're like really
Single.
It would have been funny if it was like, hey dad, you know, just want to let you know I'm gay. Well, me too, you know, like your mom is just whatever. Let's go get dick together, guys.
That's not the point of being gay, man.
Like, that would have been tight.
Well, not every gay person sounds like that, by the way.
But that would have been tight if the dad switched his voice out, because he sounded like a lumberjack, like, yeah. But whatever, this is really big.
If his dad could really be himself. There's his dad like crying on the other side. Well, son, I have to tell you something. I love dick! Like, he's just like super
I'm making a YouTube video too, guys.
It's kind of interesting, like today's generation, like people don't like to keep things private anymore. You know, because for me as a parent, I think like because it's such a personal experience, like I wouldn't want my kid just to take everything that, like, that's such a significant moment between son and father, you know, and then you just put everything out there like that. Like, that's the one thing I kind of don't like about YouTube. It's just that you always have to make everything public. Nothing is ever like sacred anymore. You know what I mean? Like
social media.
Conversations, what you talk about, certain experience. As a family person, for my child to say, like, I'm gonna put everything out about their family, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the one thing I don't like about YouTube. But at the same time, I do. If there was a purpose to it, I understand. Like, they want to show people like how difficult it is, because Bart learned something new, how difficult it is for people to come out being gay. That I understand. I think it just kind of sucks that everything always has to be out there in public.
Yeah, that was one thing for me before him and I like revealed. Like, I was completely against ever revealing any of our like relationship stuff because of that reason. Because I'm like, dude, this is sacred to me. Like, this is mine. This is all I can keep.
Yeah.
And then to share that, it was really hard.
But then you saw all the girls that be hitting up on me. You're like, better put myself out there. You got scared.
Hey, you wish.
You saw it on one show. One girl like,
You
this
wish.
is yours. Nope. Put a staple in that dick.
Nope, not at all.
That's my Bart Quantalus.
Oh my god. Dang. That's pretty crazy though, because I thought they were like laughing, but then my dumbass was like, they're crying. Yeah.
It did look like they were laughing because he went to the side like, that's how we laughed. They were like, you know.
Yeah,
That's what it kind of looked like.
Because I thought they were just like nervous and giggling away. They're like, you tell him. No, I tell you to tell him.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
What gave it away was the squint, and then the red got really red.
They got super red. That's kind of interesting. I think if my kid came out to me as gay, like, I would just tell him like, yo, leave me alone, dude. Like, just fucking do it. I don't fucking care, you know? But you're right though. It's like a generational thing.
Like, I don't give a fuck.
I got plenty of problems to worry about than you being gay.
I feel like they wouldn't even need to come out because, you know, kids kind of know if they like who they like, boys or girls, at a really young age.
And if they were really close to their kid, like, I think if I was really close, I think I would have probably already known by now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you like dick. I wonder when you gonna tell me. You know?
And I'd be like, why do you think I called you faggot all those times? I already knew, so I don't care.
Why is it assumption that I find it funny that we all assume that gay people love dick? Why is that?
Because straight people love pussy.
No, because I have a gay friend that he doesn't like. It's not because he likes men because of their dick. It's not that. So I don't understand why we.
I think that saying, it doesn't. It's not so literal. Where, like, let's say when they see a guy, they just zone into the crotch area.
It's not, the gender is dick.
Genital represents that gender.
Okay.
So yeah, but it's not a literal saying.
I don't know. My gay friends like dick, so I don't know. They always talk about dick, so in a very uncomfortable manner too. But
There you go. I just want to know the perspective of like the each gay person.
Gay, but I don't like
preference of
dick.
I love the butthole. I don't know what you're talking about. But
Are you a dick man or a butt man?
I'm a scrotum kind of guy.
I think I'd be just have a lot of fun with if my kid came out to me. Like at dinner time, I'll give him a hot dog or a taco. Which one you want? You know, just like, oh, because you have to realize like your father's a comedian, so I'm gonna joke about it a lot.
That's true. That's true. That would suck if we all have like sensitive kids.
Oh no.
Because they would be so fucking mad at us.
So my question is, okay, so we're all saying that we're very liberal people, right? Therefore, when we have our kids and we raise our kids, they're gonna also hopefully be liberal like us because we're the ones kind of instilling these morals and like these values in them, right?
Yeah.
But now I guess I don't know if this is a question or a statement, but when we raise our kids, like the majority of the time that they're spending awake or whatever is away from you, and it's like at school in a different social setting, something that you can't control anymore because now it's like a bunch of different kids kind of all mingling together.
Right.
So I think what might happen, or I don't know if it does happen, is they're probably getting from their friends that it's bad to be gay, or that it's bad for a guy and a guy to like each other, or it's not normal, or it's not right. So then they're getting these ideas in their head of like, oh shit, like you've never really talked to, or like we never talked to our kids about gay or lesbian or gay or any of that stuff. So they don't know that they can actually come to us and be like, hey, is this right? Is this wrong?
I
Yeah,
see.
that could probably happen to those two boys too. It could have been the same situation.
Right. It's not like his dad was cool, but because they've grown up, you know, in whatever social setting that they're in, that they've just been told time and time again that this is wrong, this isn't normal, you should be ashamed. So I think that's probably why it was so heavy for them to like come out to their dad, even though their dad was like super supportive.
Super possible.
What it sounds like though is the dad had a little bit of growth himself. So maybe in his younger years he wasn't cool with it. And then through his work, as he says,
yeah, you say
Yeah,
as
that's
I
true
was
too.
working, then that's when I started accepting this behavior or whatever.
true.
So
Yeah.
because me, when I didn't know anything about it, like I would just have all these imaginations of what it was, and I mean, you just jump the gun on things like that. And then when I started working with, when I had coworkers that were gay, and I started to really understand the whole like what it means to be gay, and I can ask a real gay person what your life is like and what your relationships is like, and then I realized I was so fucking wrong.
What was something that you thought that that when you talked to a gay person they cleared it up?
I thought it was purely sexual. I didn't know, because the way I guess the male mind works, even in a relationship, it's like guys they're heavily motivated by sex, right? So I thought, well, gay guys just want to have sex all day with each other, and they're just physically attracted to that. But in reality, no, it's like they want intimacy, they want the romance, they want that companionship, they want everything a straight relationship wants. And that's how stupid I was. I thought it was just a perversion. But
Yeah, like even for my sister, my mom would kind of like poke certain things at her
Wait, what's your sister? Why are you talking about your sister?
because she's lesbian.
Oh, cool.
My sister's a lesbian. Well, she's been denying it for a very long time.
Do you call her all kinds of derogatory names? Because I would if I had a sister.
So when she first told me, when she first kind of came out to me, I kind of like forced that answer out of her because she was showing me this video about like there was a wedding on Chris Brown, like based on like a Chris Brown homage type of thing at like Seneca Falls or whatever, Sierra Falls, I'm not sure. And she was telling me, like, dude, if I had a wedding, I'll have a wedding exactly like that. And I was like, oh, okay, so
You're a lesbian,
are
huh?
you like into girls or something? And she's like, what?
what does the wedding have anything to do with that?
Good segue.
No, because then she was like, you know, like if I have a wedding, I would have it like that. And I was like, okay, like so if I'm thinking about it, like who would your partner be? And so like my thought process was like, so yeah, do you like girls or what? And she was like, what?
That's crazy.
I was like, wait,
It's a cool wedding. You like pussy, huh?
yeah,
I know. There's like no.
You're a carpet muncher, aren't you?
You do not beat around the bush. I like.
You beat around the bush. Okay.
Yeah, so then she was like, wait, no, it's like
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like we continued, and she was like, "Wait, so do you like accept me?" And I'm like, "Is that even?" It's like, "Yeah, why?" She's like, "Well, I mean, I just need to hear that." And I was like, "Why do you?" Right? And she's like, "Well, because like yeah, like because you know, like I just want to see, you know, if you still like see me the same way or like me the same way.
I like getting blindsided by homosexuality. You know what I mean? Like,
Blindsided.
like there's this dude in high school. I'm not gonna say his name obviously, but nobody would have thought he was gay. You know what I mean? So when he came out, it was like, oh shit, you gay dog? Like we didn't know that because the fool was beyond nowhere near. Number one, he didn't dress nice. You know what I mean? He had no sense of fashion. He was a dirty little slob. You know, because what we think of gay people to be,
He didn't fit the stereotype.
the stereotype. You know what I mean? So he was fucking dirty as fuck slob, and he turned out to be gay, and that blew my fuck. Like people who like already have like those stereotypical gay tendencies, like you know what? It turns out I'm gay. Nobody fucking cares. We already thought you were gay, dude. Like fucking.
That's true.
Like quit making a big deal of it. I'm talking about the people who fucking blindside the fuck out of me. Is the one that's like always gets me.
So like over time, I had like hints about it, like with my sister, because there's like some situations like, dude, that doesn't. Why are you giggling so much with another girl?
What would be a hint? Like,
She was just telling you right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Like why would you be giggling so much with a girl? And then there was a time when I accidentally just like, well, not accidentally, I just opened my sister's door and she was like this with another girl, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna close the door now.
but girls kind of do that too, though.
No.
I
I would never be like this to
Not
Julia.
like this. Yeah.
I don't know. I see girls do some fucking crazy shit.
Because even with the other friend, like he was, there's this one dude denied straight out flat out that he was gay. Like we were karaoke and shit, and I was looking at him, I was like, dog, how long you been gay? He goes, dude, I am not gay. I love pussy. Like that's what he said. I was like, oh my god, like stop. Okay, I was like, whatever, right? Because if you look at his Instagram, him and a girl, like this, him and a guy, like that, and I'm like. Really, dude?
Yeah.
Come on! And then he finally came out, and nobody really cared. We're like, nobody cares, dog.
You were gonna say something about your mom and your sister.
Yeah, and so like my mom, she slowly picked.
I want to know the story.
So my mom, she slowly like picked up on like certain things that my sister would do, cause she always have girls over at the house, and she'll always be in the room.
With the door locked.
Yeah, or just the door closed, and like my mom would always call them like multiple times, but they would never come downstairs. And so like, and my mom, she like saw pictures of like my sister like kissing someone like on the lips, like another female on the lips, and my mom's like, what is that, right? And my sister, oh, that's nothing, it's just like a joke, you know, like, so like my sister was like brushing things off, and my mom kept poking at it, and like I guess the way that she approached it kind of seemed a bit negative, so my sister was like really afraid to like actually come out to my parents about it, because she was like, dude, I don't know if they're gonna accept me for who I am, you know. It's like, it's up to you, Julia, you're the golden daughter, you're straight, you're like, you're doing this and this, and I was like, dude, that has nothing to do with it. Like,
What was the reaction when they found out?
so my sister.
Do you make money? Yes? Okay!
And so my sister thought that to make up for that fact is that she has to go to med school. Or like,
Oh, that sucks.
It's
She's gay.
She has to like overcompensate somewhere else.
But she's a doctor, so we cannot say anything and cancel.
Gay Kenzo, money gay Kenzo.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So my sister, she was telling me, like, yeah, you know, like I don't know how they'll take it. I was like, dude, just tell them. I'm pretty sure mom knows. And she was like, no, I just can't do it. And I was like, oh my god, I'm just gonna punch you in the face.
Like, mom, how did you know? You know the picture where you have the face and the pussy like this? I figured, you know, you were gay. It was weird.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to tell me. I wanted you to invite to over. I make dinner for like 7 people. Come on.
Yeah, so one night my sister asked my mom to trim her her hair, and my mom was like, you know, you should really stop like having really short hair, you know, like it makes you kind of look like a guy, right? And my sister's like, I mean, I like it having short, right? And my mom's like, well, you have like an interview coming up, like I want you to have like something a little bit longer so you look a bit more feminine, right? And then my sister's like, oh, but I still wanted to get a trim. And she's like, why? Like, do you like being a guy or something? And then my sister was like, no, and she's like, oh, okay. And it's like, why are you trying so hard to look like a guy? And my sister's like, no, like I'm not. And then like my mom's like, all right, well, I mean, just grow your hair out a bit, right? And then my sister, I guess she kind of got fed up because my mom kept poking at her for it, right? So she was like, okay, mom, dad, I'm gay.
Yes!
Yeah. And then I don't think my dad heard it, so he continued typing on his laptop.
whatever.
And then my mom like looked at my sister. She's like, he's joking with me, and she continued to cook dinner. And then a week later, my mom was like, yeah, so I mean, like, do you think that like Emily's gay or something? And I was like,
Are you serious?
wait, what? Like, she just told you last week. She's like, no, she didn't. I was like, she did, right here in this kitchen. She said that she was gay. And then my mom's like, no, you're lying. And I'm like, I'm not lying, Mom. Like, I'm telling you the truth.
That's
Denial.
coming out to Asian parents. I'm gay. Shut up!
So funny. You got a joke.
Shut up! You stupid!
Oh my god.
Did you learn this on Facebook? So stupid.
You're so silly. It doesn't even exist. I'm not even sure there's like a word for gay in Korean. I think it's homo, which is homo. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's funny, dude.
Yeah.
But I guess it must be really, really hard to come out because it's like people that, it's almost like you're afraid of judgment from people that are close to you, and you're not sure if they'll still stay your friend or not because it's like.
And if you still live with the person, because you're like the guys, like those two guys that we just saw, they were just so afraid, like, dude, are you gonna treat us the same? Can we still be normal? Like, they had all these thoughts of like, please don't treat me differently.
Yeah, and so I had to have like a talk with my mom about it, and like initially my mom was like, you know, maybe she'll come around in a year or two, like she'll date a guy, and I was like, it's not gonna happen that way.
She just has no idea.
Yeah, and so my mom was like, oh, okay. And then so she was like sitting there, she was thinking about it, and I was like, well, what do you think? Like, do you still consider her your daughter? And she was like, of course, like I still consider like her my daughter, you know, like I love her, you know, like I raised her, you know, and I'm still gonna support her. But like, you know, it's kind of like heartbreaking to know that, you know, like I won't, like in a sense, like not have kids, like grandkids with her. And so, yeah, like I guess my mom said that she was gonna have a talk about it with my sister, and then she also told me, like, better not tell your like relatives, you know, because this could be a rumor. I was like, it's not a rumor, Mom. And so the next day when I came back home, like I had my aunts, they came up to me, he's like, hey, so your mom tells me that your sister's gay.
She started the rumor. Asian parenting.
I wasn't even the one that
Asian moms cannot keep a fucking secret to save
Mexican
their
moms too.
My mom, this girl, fucking makes me mad, dude. I tell her one thing and I say, I'm like, hey, don't tell anybody. She goes, who am I gonna tell? I have no friends. Next thing you know, the whole fucking village knows. Right? And I was like, who told her? I was like, I can't do it. I'm gonna die if I don't tell anybody. Translate, so if I don't tell anybody, I'm going to explode. That's exact words.
Gossip. I let the gossip.
So JK say, gay okay!
Alright, so I have a question, because this is kind of inspired by your story of how like your sister would have her girlfriends over and they would like be up in the room and then your parents would call and they wouldn't come down, right? So I think for like a lot of guys, their daughter is precious, right? So if their daughter is precious and if the daughter has her boyfriend over, you're like, you better keep that fucking door open and I don't want to hear the bed squeaking. You don't want to hear any of that
True.
stuff, right?
I had to leave the door open.
And if your son brought a girl over, it's like, fuck, do whatever you want, close the door, I don't really care. A lot of guys are like that. But now if you have a daughter that's before she comes out, or let's say after she comes out and she starts bringing girls over, does that rule still exist? Because for some reason, this doesn't even make sense, but I'm just gonna formulate thoughts that I feel like goes through a lot of guys' mind. When you have a daughter and when the daughter brings her boyfriend over, you just feel like that dude is gonna obliterate her pussy. And then so you're like, I don't want my daughter's pussy be obliterated, so please leave the door open so I can monitor this shit.
Obliterated.
I'm thinking about that.
I have to disagree with that because for me, I wouldn't want either of my kids to be irresponsibly fucking because I don't want to be grandpa taking care of babies for both. But mainly if it's the girl, I'm even more overprotective because if it's the boy, he could be fucking reckless and run away and maybe just, you know, but then the
Wait,
girl,
why can the guy be reckless and run away?
well, the liability, okay, so usually if they have young, you know, love, and like who's gonna end up with the baby? The baby ends up living with the girl, majority of the times. Even if they have joint custody, whatever, like he could, you know, so basically what I'm saying is the baby could end up at my house if it's my daughter's. And then that's why I'm like, oh shit, mana bullshit.
But what happens too is when they're adolescents and they have a kid or whatever, a good parent, usually it's the boy though, that the boy's side takes in the girl. And the kid and the girl are now
Either way for me, like I agree with that because I don't want to have separate rules for the guy and the girl because I don't want the girl to feel like I'm favoring the fucking boy. I don't want to deal. I don't want to.
because it sucks. We feel it.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to deal with my daughter fucking yapping at me about that shit. I'm just gonna say, hey, your sister can't have it, neither can you. Fuck it. You know? Because I don't want to deal with that problem. You know what I mean? I don't want to deal with you love him more. No, I fucking hate both of you. Shut the fuck up. Like both of you are fucking annoying as shit. If she can't have it, you can't have it. So you guys fight each other out.
But let's say you don't have a son and you only have a daughter, and then like so if you only have a daughter, you obviously you wouldn't want to have the door closed because you don't want anyone obliterating her pussy, right? But if she had a girlfriend over, would that be cool with you?
If she was a lesbian?
Yeah.
No. I don't want a girlfriend dildoing her pussy either. That's still my precious daughter.
Still don't want her pussy being obliterated rather it's by a guy.
I don't want none of my offspring fucking anybody in my fucking house. Period.
Really?
You're 18, you live somewhere else, you wanna fuck, go ahead. I don't have to see it. I don't wanna see it, I don't wanna smell it. Your mom's not gonna wash your fucking sheets. No, exactly, that's what I'm thinking. I don't wanna see it, smell it, nothing. Well, you know what? Because it's my house. You know, only person fucking in my house is mommy and daddy. That's it. Everybody else, you go fuck somewhere else. I don't want to see it. That's my kids.
I actually might be a little more lenient if they're gay about them having sex under the house because there's no
Daughter-wise.
So for you,
there's
it's
no
more of the-
pregnancy. Well, there's more long-term negative effects toward that decision making because pregnancy and all that stuff. Of course, there's STDs, but ideally for me, I would like to teach them responsibility first before they start fucking because they need to have financial responsibility. So they need to prove to me that they can make good decisions.
Yeah.
Then they can do some adult shit because fucking is adult shit, and they shouldn't be doing that stuff before they know how to make the right decisions in their life.
I'm not even thinking about the kid part, like that is a huge part. I'm just thinking that's my child. I don't want my child to be fucking it. Or in front, I don't want to be knowing that there's fucking
Getting
So you want to be in
obliterated.
denial.
Yes, basically.
There's the other question that I had too is like, imagine you had two daughters, right? One's straight, one's gay, and then the gay one, you're like, oh, you know what? It's completely cool, and her girlfriend is in there, they're obliterating each other's pussies in there, they can close the door, but then now when you have the straight daughter, her boyfriend comes over, and then you're like, no, you better stay the fuck out, or leave the door open, but now the straight daughter would feel like it's unfair. It's like, why can they have intimacy, and why can I not have intimacy? And I can see a lot of households
Doing that.
like doing that where they kind of have this double standard now. So I'm just, because I don't have everything figured out yet, I'm just trying to think of all these scenarios that because of what she said, these are just scenarios I've never even thought of, so I don't even have answers or solutions prepared for, but I just wanted to hear what you guys' thoughts were on
That's why I
that.
think the best way is what David's solution
And
is.
nobody fucking.
Well, nobody fucking, and if they are to, whatever direction you want to go in, fucking or no fucking, let's just be fair.
Yeah. And
So the most important thing is being fair.
I think that's the fairest way.
It's not about what I want. It's about what's fair!
Logical, yes,
You know, like, it works on certain cases and it doesn't work on certain cases. Like for example, like growing up, there was the girls who, when our parents, they set rules like for makeup rules. Like I heard about it. It's like you're not going to use makeup until you're about 17 or 18.
That was me.
Whatever. And that was fine for you, but now times have changed a little bit. So let's say you have a daughter that's 18 years old and you have another one that's 12, right? The 18-year-old one got to use makeup when she was 16, but the 12-year-old wants to use it when she's 14 because now it's hip. I would lean over to the 14 one. It's fine, you can. Because I have to move with society too. Because I don't want like my 14-year-old girl when everybody else was using makeup at 12, and then she has to wait till she's 16.
Yeah.
She's gonna feel ostracized.
And at the same time, you are also learning. So that's why they say like your first child is kind of your experimental one because it's like you don't know shit going into
Yeah, and if my older one doesn't understand that shit, I'm like, look, shut the fuck up. You were a mistake. So
Honestly, for me, everything that I had to go, like all my trials and tribulations that I had to go through with my parents, like allowing me or not allowing me to do certain things, my little sister got to do a lot of things that I couldn't at a way younger age, and I'm like, what the fuck? But then I'm just like, all right, I get it. Like you guys were still trying to figure shit out with me.
yeah, you know.
But I think like rules on clothes and all that stuff is really different from the consequences you can have from fucking.
Second.
Yeah.
So that's why I think first and foremost for me, it's about the pregnancy and the long-term life effects that the daughter can have from having a kid.
Yeah, because like with sex too, and like makeup and all of this shit, that stuff eventually is going to happen.
Yeah.
So I want to be in the know-how of it. So if my daughter wants to put on makeup, I was like, good. And we're gonna set some fucking rules. You're not gonna look like a fucking hooker.
No fucking Sharpies.
Yeah.
None of that.
If I see a fucking Sharpie around your fucking lip like a chola, I'm gonna fucking kill you. You know what I mean? I want you to wear makeup nice. I want you to look fucking pretty with that shit. Walking around looking like a fucking hoe.
But what if they want to look like Nightmare Before Christmas?
Then you do that shit after you leave my house. Alright? I still wanna, it's kind of like, yeah, I want you to go outside and have fun, but I still want you to come home at 12. You know? I still want to put certain regulations on it. Like if it's like them expressing, it's like great.
So it's on the intent too.
Yeah, the intent. Like I want to look out for them too. You know? So obviously the sex talk with my daughter will be with the mom.
Wow, so many shit.
Because I can't, like I said, I can't talk about her pussy because I don't have a pussy. You know what I mean? It's like, well, you know, when it goes in, it's supposed
I don't even think the sex sex talk should be like that. No.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to do. I don't know because I'm like,
So
look,
whatever you would tell your guy,
it's your pussy.
whatever you would tell the guy is the same. It's like the context is still the same. Like
No, it's not.
When I talk to my son, I'm like, when you put it in, it's gonna feel good. When I talk to the daughter, I'm like, your shit's gonna get obliterated, so you better watch out.
Yeah. I already know what I'm gonna tell.
This is like really too extreme.
I already know what I'm telling my son. Yeah, man. So look, I'm gonna tell you right now. Like, there's like a few things to tell your kid. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now that the moment that you have sex, there's no turning back.
same thing you would tell a girl.
No.
That still applies.
Except when obliteration is involved. In
No,
one of
what
them.
he's saying is very neutral. He's not saying your shit's gonna feel
I'm
good.
like,
It's gonna...
like, listen, there's no turning back because nothing will ever replicate a pussy ever again.
Damn it! I should have let you finish.
There's no turning back because nothing will ever replicate a pussy. It's true. There's nothing that will
let you finish.
Because the moment I lost my virginity, I was like, there's nothing that's gonna feel like this. Like, so I'm always gonna want pussy now. I should have.
You're not a virgin?
Oh my God, no. So yeah, so it's like once you have.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, once you have it, what else do you know that's gonna feel like a vagina?
They make so many sex toys out there for men, but it never feels as good as I tried. I tried a lot. I tried. Because I mean, shit, man. Come on,
Sometimes
girls
you
got
gotta release
dildos. What's the shame in trying to plan?
Nothing wrong.
How come your voice gets higher and higher?
There's nothing wrong having your own toys.
But you know what though? Girls can get even more pleasure from a vibrator sometimes.
That's true.
A lot of the times, a vibrator can help a girl climax.
You don't need to justify whatever you just said. It's okay.
No, but that's what I'm
We
saying.
accept you.
The only thing that's different is like girl hand job versus your own masturbation. You know your dick better than any girl will ever know your penis.
Exactly.
That's true.
That's a little different though.
That's true.
But the vagina always beats the hand.
No, you can't even create a robot that can do the same shit.
Right?
Well, Japan's trying to, and I hope that they fucking do,
That
but
machine's really weird.
it's not the same.
I'm gonna give you a hand job. No, because it's not gonna be good as mine. Just don't stop. You're not that good.
It's not the same.
Especially when their hands are fucking huge, makes your dick look all small. Like,
Fucking Gio over here. Baby, let me do it. Let me do it. It's like this. You're like, "Ah!"
Fucking Gio's hand.
no.
Don't put your little dick syndrome on me.
Not little dick syndrome, fucking fly swatter hands.
Thank you so much for watching JK News. You asked and we delivered. We've officially have a podcast for y'all, so please check the description box below for the link and listen in, tune in. Sick and tired of those talk shows on the radio? Tune in to freaking JK News. All the links are below.